God, I love this song.
But yeah, give that video a look. That's my only defense for Bayonetta.
I'll probably do, that is a weird
Yeah, that pose.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm worried to click play. I think I'll have to leave it till after the game anyway.
After the game, yes, certainly, but
Yep.
it's worth watching.
All right, so I'm actually going to rewind a little bit from just before the break. So you've sat down to play with Omov, and you're with Erasmus's help, and your instincts, Fayen, you are holding your own. But as you play, basically as you play, Omov is kind of looking around the room, and
Sorry, could I hold on a second? Could I get you to pause? I'm just not sure if the streaming is working. I mean, it looks like it's working, except when I check on the
Do you
stream
want us
itself.
to check? Or
If you could, that would be great.
where's it linked to?
Link should be in.
Here it
well,
is.
Yeah, over to go. Just fire that back.
Oh, yeah, I can hear
It seems
myself
to be
asking if
working,
you want me
Okay.
to check,
Go for it.
which is very weird. But yeah, it seems to be working.
Cool.
cool. Okay, so you're still playing this weird impromptu game with Omov, and it seems like every time you make a move, the one that's sitting down with you or some of the other ones are basically kind of glancing up at the big arrays of various strange religious knickknacks that are arrayed around the place. And you start to notice that as you make moves, some of these items are basically kind of changing or doing things. Like, one of them will start to glow, or one of them will kind of turn 90 degrees in place, or a little strange machine will start to activate and clack and stuff like that. And you basically get the impression that Omov is somehow paying attention to these things and tracking something as you're playing. At first, things are going well, and you feel like you have a handle on the rules, but then Omov starts to grow more and more agitated as the game goes on, and as they are observing the way that these items around the room are changing. I guess anyone who, like probably Erasmus and maybe anyone else who feels like they might have a handle on these things, if you give me a difficulty 4 intellect roll to try and work out exactly what is going on with that.
Any benefit from Numenera training?
Sure, yeah.
Difficulty 4?
Yes, that's correct.
LOL.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right, so what happens is Erasmus is the kind of first to notice this, being attuned to such things, and he is able to pick up that there is some kind of ethereal connection between the goings-on on the table, and specifically the cards and the counters and the items that are placed on there, and the rest of the items that are up around the wall, in the sense that there's some kind of communication or link going on between them and between Omov as well. Noticing this, and perhaps basically it seems as if not just the table itself and the game that's going on there, but also just this entire room or kind of tower, and all of the items within it are being used to determine something about your group and your kind of purposes, and something related to you, through means of this. It seems like some kind of rather complex and involved kind of divination technique. And it seems that whatever Omov is picking up kind of from this process is somehow troubling to them, and also it seems to be prejudicing them against you in some way. They seem to not be liking what they're picking up from this process. Minim, noticing, maybe Erasmus kind of, hints this towards you, or maybe you just kind of pick it up naturally, that something is kind of going on in this vein. You perhaps try and attune yourself to any strange frequencies that might be involved in this or something. It's a bit like kind of tuning through like an AM radio or something, where the stations are few and far between. You kind of pick up hints of this and that as you continue to kind of comb through the strange frequencies that you're able to tune into. And then suddenly, as you hit upon just the right kind of frequency, as it were, you suddenly receive or become subjected to what feels like a huge burst of kind of energy, kind of like a huge radio beep that just goes right to your brainstem. And as that happens, there's a sudden great commotion within the room, as not all of them, but many of the items and things, both on the table and around the walls, suddenly kind of jerk in place and like fall off their shelves and go clattering around the place. As Omov suddenly, looks up at you, Minim, very sharply and says, "What? Trying to read my mind? Trying to read my mind? Trying to read my shit?" And it suddenly becomes very annoyed, and it tries to tip over the table, but it takes a few of them coming over to actually get it to tip over and clatter even on the floor. As it gets up, or as they suddenly come together into their dance troupe singular organism form, and start waving their arms threateningly at you, and basically seeming very angry that you have tried to tap into whatever they were doing. And they say, one of them kicks the table and they shout something along the lines of "What? No game? No game? No help? Get out! Get out! Hate you! Hate you! Get out!"
Oh, jeez. Would I still have grabbed that sparkling thingy? That was...
Sure, why not?
Excellent.
So you grab that, and but Omov is suddenly, basically, as they're kind of flailing around, all of the other items in the shop kind of start. They get up from their places, from their kind of shelves and things, and start kind of whirling around the room. And some of them kind of fly towards you, not quite as an attack as such, but just as a, as a threat or whatever. And you seem to have pissed them right off, basically.
But what about the game? We were having a nice game. I was enjoying the game. I was winning.
Several of them thump their hands into their chests and say, "I won! All right, I won! I won!"
Well, I don't know. It seems like I had most of the things on my side of the table.
And
I think you were just I think you're just irritated that you're starting to lose. I think you're kicking up a fuss now because you don't want to actually lose the legitimate game.
And they basically they say too many things. Yeah, too many. And so as some of them are shouting that, some others of them are shouting, "It's not about that. It's not about that. Look, it's bad news. And they're basically kind of ushering you out of this kind of tower, out of this shop. And Tipio seems rather alarmed at this. Its eyes kind of go wide, but it quickly kind of jumps down from the shelf it was perched on and skirts out of the door, but isn't kind of leaving as such. As it in fact, it's kind of wheedling at Umbrov and saying, "Oh, come on, don't be so harsh. Oh, what are you even going on about?" And all this kind of stuff. But let's see. Well, for a start, are you allowing yourself to be ushered out of here, or are you kind of insisting on staying?
I'm probably going to dig my heels in a bit, kick a fuss. Like, hey, come on. You were losing. I was clearly winning here. Anyone looking at a book could tell that. And you did make a promise, play you a game, you'd help us out. Yeah?
Erasmus is going to intervene and say, "Oh, come on now, a bit of psychic interference is part of the course for this kind of game, isn't it?"
Omov suddenly draws back among themselves, and they kind of it's not quite squaring themselves off against you, but they're kind of like crossing their arms and kind of giving a dramatic pose, I guess you would basically say. And they because they're somewhat annoyed and kind of grumbling, they're not all saying the exact same thing. But they say something along the lines of, like, if you know how games are played, then you know that. Let's see, it's not just on one layer. There's more than one, and as they say that, let's see. So basically, whether or not you're actually leaving the building, let's say you're towards the kind of garagey opening door that you came in by, and suddenly you're able to see in the street outside basically a big kind of boiling, rolling cloud of kind of colorful, like multicolored smoke, I guess, kind of thick, oily smoke. Basically rolls its way down the alley, accompanied by a not quite a thunderclap, but something like kind of fireworks and sparklers and things kind of going off within this cloud that are loud and also let off kind of whistling, popping kind of noises. And you also hear kind of what it sounds like about two people running, but they have kind of clattering metallic footsteps. And basically, as the cloud of kind of smoke like rolls past the street, past the gate that you're stood next to, you see emerge from it. Do you make a picture? Find him. All right, so two rather strange-looking figures. Apparently kind of humanoid, but they look like this. Down in the middle. So kind of weird, like robot-y looking things. And let's see. They basically all right, so they clatter to a stop in front of Almo's door, basically. And they say in kind of robotic, kind of modulated voices, "Stop right there, dimensional scum."
Oh, that's just rude.
And sorry, they actually I meant to say dimension criminal scum. And they point. Well, one. Let's say the tall one points at you all, and the shorter one points at Omov. And in the meantime, Tipio has basically darted across the alley and kind of up onto a whatever, like a ledge on the other side, so they don't immediately seem to notice it, but it is observing what's going on. And they say, "Omov, not again. Why are you trying to open a transverse projection portal?" And Omov says, "I'm not, all right? I was kicking these guys out. Arrest them. Get them out of my hair." And
I'm going to kick the fuss again. But I say, no, look, you were losing the game. But you can't keep backing out of it and start making excuses.
Leave him, Fan. He's not worth it.
No, I'm a bit irate now. I mean, first he gets a bit uppity. He makes all these promises, and then he just snatches it back when he thinks he's not going to win. I don't think he even planned to give us anything at all. I think he was just going to get all like, hey, look at me, I'm really good at this game. If you can beat me, you promise it. No, he just wanted to beat up some complete noobs of this game. That's what I think he said.
We're
Says
gonna
the
fight the police, aren't we?
yeah, says the weird police robots, and they one of them kind of walks towards the door, and they say, "Amov, mind if we look around?" And Amov retreats somewhat and strikes a forbidding pose, and they say, "Look, everybody out, private residents. If you any due course you have is with these guys. Listen, they warped in here completely unauthorized, and the roboty things kind of hold up their arms in shock, and they say, "Is this true?"
Is it? No, of course it's not true. We were invited in for a friendly game. And he said, like, no. Play this game and we'll give you wonderful prizes. And we beat him. He hasn't given us anything. And he's trying to kick us out. He's trying to not even pay up. It's not on.
So let's see. So the robots, they fold their arms over their chests, and they look between you and Omov. And Tipio, meanwhile, says nothing and doesn't get involved. So they look between you, and they basically say, do they say? Okay, actually, rather than saying anything, they both of their. So if you look at their heads, they have kind of round bits with a little bit on top. So for both of them, the heads basically kind of pop up and unfold a bit, like the sphere pops upward on a kind of rod, and their like hats, as it were, also pop up above that, and their like eyes or heads or whatever you want to call them kind of flash and glow, and they start to scan. Well, they start by scanning you, and let's see, anyone with, I guess, Numenera, if you give me an intellect 4 to kind of see what they're doing.
With the training in Numenera.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I think you mean just
Or specialized.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Or I'm not.
Oh boy.
All right,
I'll
let's see.
spend a point of effort. Oh my god, is that another geo intrusion? Oh, jeez, that's not good either.
Oh.
So what happens is, okay, so their like heads pop up and unfold or whatever, and at the same time, so you can see there's the outer casings of their bodies are kind of what would the word be? They're kind of like the casings of like elaborate clocks or something. They have kind of filigree, holes and kind of gaps that go into the centers of their body. And as they're charging up whatever it is, more light is kind of glowing from the joints and stuff in their bodies. So Minim, you know that they are scanning you, basically, is what they're doing. They're using the same kind of scan ability that you have. And however, Hyoyeon, you misinterpret what they are doing, and you assume that they are attacking you. Like, let's say maybe there's a slight error in part of your hardware or firmware or something, and like a damage sensor or something gets activated by this
like
beam.
a targeting mechanism sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
all the warping, I thought it made my machine go weird.
yeah. So something along those lines, and therefore, Hyoyeon, roll me initiative, please.
Oh God.
Pray for a low roll.
I mean, at
see
least
this-
we're not, killing lots and lots of people.
All right, let's see. Okay, you get the drop on them.
Okay, so let's see. Check out my abilities.
No, they're standing right in front of you. It's okay. They're within immediate range.
Yeah. Okay, so can I try to sort of deactivate them? Or not?
Yeah. You can definitely try that. They definitely seem to be appear to be kind of, well, robots basically.
Yeah.
So yep, that's totally something you can try and do. They are level 4, so trying to do that is let's see. You can try and make a physical attack against them and try and jam your wires into them or whatever and try and do it that way. So that's basically going to be 2 rolls. Or you can just try and do it remotely, which would be 1 roll.
Yeah, try to do it remotely.
Okay, so that's going to be difficulty 4.
And I'm specialized, I guess.
Yeah, and that would be intellect, I presume.
I mean, I'll spend 2 effort. It's guaranteed I'll roll because I might get a 1 again. But,
Cool. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna say you successfully deactivate one of them. You can choose which, I guess.
the big one, well, the tall one.
All right. So the tall one just does the robot like choo choo choo, and deactivates. Although they kind of remain standing, and this greatly alarms the small one, who they like jump back and like raise their hands up and in alarm against the weird mushroom-like head, and suddenly it starts flashing red.
What on earth's going on?
And then it starts attacking you for real.
Whoa! Not cool, dude.
All right, so let's see. Let us see, indeed.
So
Okay.
From perspective of everyone else, have they just started flashing and attacking us with no provocation?
Well, I just deactivated one of them.
Was that obvious to
But
us?
we didn't know that, right?
No,
as
it
we're
just shut
concerned.
down from your perspective, actually. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what does Hyoen do? Is it kind of like just mind powers, or does she like do something?
Like wireless hacking kind of thing.
Yeah, some sort of EMP-like thing, I'm guessing.
So yeah, they just
I guess
they
like
just turned violent.
Yeah. Okay. So this little robot guy, he starts to flash red, and let's see. Okay. Yeah. So it shouts out like violent activity detected, and Omov goes, "See, I told you." And Tipio just gives a sly little chuckle, and. Yeah, so this thing, it basically unfolds. Let's see. I don't think I have a good picture to hand, but it basically, well, it expands basically. Like it kind of unfolds and expands into this something that looks like a rather weirdly shaped but still somewhat imposing, like battle suit or battle robot or something like
Is it
that.
something like what happens with the cyber discs in XCOM, where they just floating around and turn into something weird?
Yeah, something like that. I'll see if I can find a picture for later. I guess it looks like basically humanoid, but rather threatening and warlike.
Standing on 2 legs?
Yeah, let's say basically 2 legs. So, let's see. I kind of want to keep these pictures here.
Oh yes, initiative.
I'm going to draw a little map.
I think it might be time for a Varex Nye special move.
Alright, so I'm going to draw this. So, let's say...
When you deactivated him, Hyoen, was that like killing him, or was that just like he's just
No, I wasn't
asleep
killing him.
essentially?
Shut down.
Okay.
Sorry. Keeps on changing colors.
Is that a bad thing?
So I'm basically so this is kind of this kind of the street that you're on.
Are we actually out on the street at the moment, or are we inside the shop?
So you're basically kind of inside the shop.
Okay.
So let's say like this. All right. So. Alright, actually, sorry. It's going to take a few minutes. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger and draw properly because it's overlapping your icons and stuff and I can't actually get to it.
I think we can shrink the icons, can't we?
No, I mean the ones that are lined up along the bottom of the screen. Right, guess they'll do. Just remember trying to do this a little bit fiddly sometimes. Alright, so. Ugh. Interface is going all crazy. In fact, yeah, I think it's messed up. I'm gonna have to reload the page. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
I think we all knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, we've never been the master of negotiation.
No. No.
We can, I'm sure, still fix it by just punching everyone real hard.
Yeah.
Well, it's worked well for us in the past, and
Yeah,
Why
yeah, we
change
have
it?
a
Working
100%
for me?
success rate.
what happened in the last thing? By the way, did we apparently killed a dragon?
Yeah, we punched it real hard. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
so
Then
we-
saved the day. Maybe.
What happened? We were essentially representing the two, well, the insect side in this competition. So they sent us into what is either some sort of weird construct or more likely alternate places in reality.
Oh, we're still doing that thing then. That's the gauntlet.
Yes.
Right. So we're still defending the insects.
Yep.
So
Okay.
if we win, no war.
Do we
You
know what we need?
the sort of the gun thing that we can call for help with. What about those?
Oh
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Sorry. What do we have?
And it's a sort of gun, and we shoot it, and we get help. We can get help from the insect, but the human can also do something to make a bad happen.
Okay. How often can we do that?
As much as we want, but yeah, we used it once, and I think
And that
that's
made
why
the
the big
dragon
dragon come,
Yeah.
probably.
Hmm.
But it also saved what in my life might have been.
I
Yeah.
think it was my
But
life as
no.
well.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's other people falling in.
Yeah.
We had a lot of falling to death situations happening.
Yeah, a lot
We
of
were
falling.
rolling terribly last week.
Okay. Huh.
Sorry, it's still messed up. Like everything is on an offset, so whenever I click somewhere, it's clicking like inches away. Just gonna
I
restart.
had this
browser.
on.
That's the zoom, I think, sometimes if the
Yeah.
Oh, the
browser's
browser's
messed up. Yeah.
I did have something weird in Firefox, to be honest, with Roll20. So, he's gone.
Oh.
Never mind. I just remember when I first switched to Firefox, it was hiding the taskbar on the left-hand side and the zoom thing, so I couldn't actually do anything.
Huh.
That was annoying.
Hmm.
Getting a lot of static.
Or a thunderstorm? Maybe it's dramatic. Oh, no.
Oh.
Alright, finally working, I think. So... do something like this, and this. Right, if you could drag your icons over to the area on the right, around here. And I'm gonna get an icon for Zerobot.
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a couple more to move over as well. Oops.
So take it that's us inside, and
Sorry, stretched outside on something unready.
it's an interesting new power you've
Moisturize
got.
me.
Hold on. Alright, these might not be particularly apropos icons or whatever. I'm gonna say this is on move. And phase. Tipio. Alright, I guess that'll do. Cool. Alright, so let's start by rolling initiative, please.
Okay.
So if you recall, if you click on your icon first, get the terminal thing up.
My RL initiative is way ahead of you.
Icons there. So we click on the icon and then just do the roll initiative button.
Yes, and then it should.
There we go. 17. Nice.
Very nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Alright, and. 1 sec. So this guy gets 15. All right. So this thing has arrived. You have actually, sorry. Again, not necessarily particularly apropos icon, but let's say the one I just put in is the one that you deactivated.
I see 3 of them. Which one? What's the one on the left, the orange guy? Is that the dude with us?
All right, so let me take these. All right, so this guy is the short squat one who is now activating battle mode. This guy is the tall one who you deactivated. This is Tipio. this is Omov, and you're inside the like tower room type thing that you were in before, and out here is the street.
Okay.
So what happens is the short guy, he unfolds and activates and enters battle mode, and all of the colored smoke and stuff that was swirling around in this alley, it kind of gets blown out from him and kind of disperses as he starts to glow much brighter than he was before, and also red. And he is clearly you have transgressed a rule that he is programmed to enforce, and therefore he is taking action against you. So let's see, I'll just quickly sort these. Alright, so Nai, you get to go first. Just a note, both the inside of the tower and the outside in the street, because they look like the kind of bluish picture over towards the left, they both go upwards, basically. The walls, both inside and outwards, have various means of kind of climbing and generally ascending and stuff like that.
Okay. Right, first question to everyone else is, are we trying to go the non-lethal route in this guy?
Well, he's just turned on us. Without any
Yeah,
provocation,
but-
I don't know.
We perhaps have unwittingly violated some sort of law here.
Well, I suggest we get the hell out of Dodge, and Dan be the consequences.
Okay.
This isn't our home. We just need to get on, otherwise we've got a whole race of insect people who are gonna
That's true.
suffer.
Varix, do you want to try a combo special?
Let's do it.
So, I was thinking I throw you one of my swords with the rope attached, and we meet behind him essentially.
Yeah.
And take him down at that style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe just disable. Good call.
Okay, can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I can defer my turn until his go if.
Yeah. You can do it that way. You wait until Varix's turn.
Okay.
Will mean it gets to go first, but well, you'll just have to.
I
just have
put
to roll
my-
with it.
Are you passing any of this information over to the rest of us?
Yeah, I'm basically would hope that you all know.
What would you say exactly? I'm just thinking, because in terms of if I'm going before him, because I was just gonna charge a guy.
I say it's the reality police. Cheese it.
Okay, right. Yeah, don't want them. Okay, is there any exit inside the shop? Actually, I'll just run deeper inside the shop. I'm sure there's a corner or a corridor or something.
Yeah. There's basically, so in fact, let me quickly draw some stuff. Let's see. So I guess there's going to be like a tipped over table, kind of something like here. There's various like cabinets and shelves and stuff against the walls. There is right here. A kind of ladder going up to, there's kind of like balconies, I guess, or kind of walkways, kind of essentially like spiraling up the inside of this tower, which goes up quite high and has an open roof.
I will go that way as far as I can go.
All right, so you're getting up in the like rafters and stuff.
Yep, I'll just climb up until I can't go any higher. I'm sure there's got to be another way out.
All right, cool. So let's put you. Oops. Let's put you over there. Now. Rad. So that's your move. You can make some kind of other action as well if you want.
I don't think there's any other action I can make at the moment, to be honest, other than just pegging it.
All right, fair enough. Right, so you're scrambling post-haste up into the rafters and such. So that is your turn. So next the robot goes, and the very first thing it does is it moves over to the deactivated robot and reaches out and pushes a button on it.
Uh-oh.
And almost immediately the robot. Actually, let's see. Actually, no. Almost immediately, nothing happens. Let's see. At the same time, a red light is kind of shooting out of the insides of the robot into the shop, like through the gate here, and it is getting increasingly intense. That is all that it does for its move, and otherwise it stays stationary. So next up is Barracks and Nye.
All right. So
Are we proceeding along
yes,
this line?
let's do this.
So this is a, let's see, I think now it's powered up, it's going to be a level 5.
Okay. Right, so I toss my sword to Varix. The line's attached to my mainspring, and we're going to basically run around him and try and trip him up.
Awesome. Okay, in that case, I think that's going to be a speed test for both of you. And yeah, I'd say difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5.
I think you're going to count as specialized in this night.
Okay, specialized. And I'm going to put a couple of effort in there. Because I'd really like this one to come off.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some effort in as well.
Are you doing that thing for that really old movie with the giant robots in the, in the snow planet?
Barracks, you're going to get a
Civil
+1.
War.
A +1 in the bonus box for like fighting along with Nye in a cool manner.
Nice.
Oh!
All right, I'm going to say the
My major effect be that
yeah, exactly. So I'm going to say the major effect basically bumps Varix up to a success. So you're like trying to kind of ensnare it and like trip it over, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah. And could I also be saying at the same time, we're not we're not trying to hurt you. We're just not guilty.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So, quick as a flash, you two dart out into the street and do a great kind of tag team move where you wrap the rope around this thing, and you do indeed successfully trip it up. It goes ow and starts trying to untangle itself from this stuff. Let's see.
I say, sorry, are you okay?
Okay. Right, I'm gonna say that this thing...
Can I try and sit on it or something to like hold it down?
Sure, you can try and physically kind of restrain it and stop it from, physically untangling itself. Okay. Yeah, let's say that you just are able to do that. However, I think what I'm going to do with initiative on this one is it is going to be making a move in between each of your moves, because it is a pretty advanced war machine. So now that you have done that, you've basically, well, let's see. How do you try and position this thing, Varix?
So it's the blue robot, right?
It's the shorter robot.
Right. So this one, right? So...
Yeah.
Oh, this one?
Oh, that's the deactivated one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Is this big one? Yeah.
So this one is the deactivated tall one, and this one is the activated short one. And it was just now shining a bright red light into the interior of the shop, which is getting brighter and is continuing to do so.
Right. If it has tripped over, sort of it shines maybe the light upwards rather than into the shop now.
Yep. And are you like above it as you're restraining it, or?
So basically, I just try and sit down on its chest.
Okay.
Just sit on him.
All right. A bright red shearing blast of energy flies upwards from its chest
Boy.
into your flanks. So make me, I guess this is just going to be a might, difficulty, well, 5, defense.
Alright. Guess I'm trained to not.
Yeah, if we haven't done it mechanically yet, I'd say you'd at least be trained in defense because of your toughness. Might defense, that is. Nice, alright, so this light blasts up into you, but it reflects off your scales and scatters like a disco ball around the alley.
Oh!
Alright, so that happens. It is now... okay, hold on. Put both of these down to the bottom. So it's now Hyrion's turn. Evaporao.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Right, so it's...
Yeah, is the other one starting to activate, or is it not?
yes, it is beginning to power up.
Can I just like shut it down again?
Yes, you can try that. So again, let's see. I think because it's already deactivated, it's just going to be level 3, and again, it's the intellect, and presumably you're trained or specialized.
Just out of curiosity, is it automatically re-rolling initiative?
Kind of. I'm doing initiative differently for this one because
Okay.
it's like a solo thing, fighting a lot of you. Like quite often, what would happen is that these things would make like one attack against all of you at the same time as its turn. But in this one, I'm doing it that it's like sequential. So after you take a turn, it takes a turn.
I run up behind it and sort of deactivate it again.
Right. Nice. Yep. It's like starting to stand up a bit, and it's like, and then you just whack it with your wires, and it's like, and it is once again deactivated. Cool. Okay, so that is.
And just for a moment, you can hear his voice saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
All right, so that is Huon's turn. It is now Minim.
Everything's like switched off now, isn't it?
Well, no, the robot is still very much active. It's just being sat on.
Oh, she right deactivated the other one.
Yeah, she deactivated the tall one, which is the top left. The smaller one, which is now like unfolded and activated, is the big blue icon,
Yeah.
and that's being sat on by Varix.
Right. I guess Minim's not really sure what's going on because he knows that it was just scanning them.
Oh, right.
So I guess he's gonna spend his turn sort of wandering over to Hyon and just being like, why did you do that?
You know, I'll be like, no, they were attacking us.
It was scanning. I scanned.
No,
It was scanning.
no, attacking for sure.
The one that's being sat on yells out, "All must be destroyed!"
They're not friendly.
All right. Do you do anything else, Minim?
He's reluctant to get involved, but I figured, I guess, may as well activate some sort of buff what I do.
Oh yeah.
So defensive phasing. Boom.
All right, so that is your turn. It's now Mr. Erasmus. At this point, so there's a ruckus going on outside. Gosh, what was his name? Benem Omuv is. So they are rather alarmed by all this going on, and they are clearly wanting not to have to deal with this. Let's see. So Zion and Erasmus are near the door. Let's say maybe they. Okay, so they kind of ignore Fayen for now, and what they do is, yeah, they run behind the upturned table, and they look over it and direct a kinetic blast at both Erasmus and Zion to try and push them out of the door and into the street.
What does this look like to me? Does it look like he's just started attacking? Let's see, Erasmus and Erasmus and Zion.
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, you kind of see them like scuttle behind the table, and then raise their arms up and like push in the air towards the two at the door, and like a great gust of wind basically kind of blasts out at them.
Okay.
So that's what you can see.
Would this
Sorry, yeah.
will it count as an intellect defense since it is?
Yeah, I think you could defend with intellect or speed.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the difficulty again?
That's going to be difficulty 4, I think.
Ooh, neat.
Cool. Give me just 1 second, I'm just putting some name tags on these guys.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
And actually, can you even see those? There we go.
Looks like I'm flying.
Bam. Alright, so let's see what happened here. Alright, so let's see. So Erasmus, if you want, you can use your major effect to basically anchor Zion down and stop him from being pushed out, or you could allow him to be pushed out and do something else with your major effect.
I'm gonna use the old switcheroo thing, so I am behind Omolf,
Ah, nice.
and I am actually also disguised as Omolf.
Okay, nice. Alright, so Zion gets blasted onto his back out into the street. But let's say you take 2 damage minus armor, which might result in 0, I don't know. And in the meantime, the what turns out to have been the image of Erasmus just gets like blown apart basically, and then Erasmus like maybe clears his throat as he's standing behind Omov, looking exactly like them, all of them presumably, or is it just look like one of them? Do you maybe like disguise as one of them and try and like join in with their collective?
Yeah, just stand acting as one of Omolf.
Okay. Alright, well, since you got a major effect, I'm going to say yes, you are able to successfully blend in with them, at least for now. I hope you're a good interpretive dancer.
Well, actually, I have just used my XP to take trained in dancing.
Oh, nice. Alright, I think that is going to mean that you definitely have an advantage in staying blended in with them. You're able to copy their movements, and I guess, well, you're presumably some kind of psychic at least, so you can kind of tune into their psychic link. Cool, and in fact, it is, so that was your defense, and it is now your turn.
So, as I'm dancing and interpreting around with the other dudes, what can I best do? Well, I'm gonna make my phantom assistant appear again, where he stood just to mess with Omolf. So.
Okay, as in where he was standing before.
Yeah. So
it looks like he was kind of blown away, but then maybe he just suddenly kind of all the bits came back together and he kind of reformed. Alright, hold on. Hopefully you should be able to control both of those. Yeah, I think you should be able to.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so Omov just like, they collectively like raise their hands, to their heads in like a what pose. And like, how can I rid myself of these troublesome assholes? And they also glance up at Fayan in the meantime. However, it is not their turn. Erasmus has taken his turn. It is Zion's turn. So you've just been blown onto your ass into the street. but you're not like prone or anything. You can just get up and do what you feel.
Yeah, so I find myself close to the robots, I guess. I guess I could just stab one. Are we destroying these things? I think we are, right? Because they say all must be destroyed, so I think that allows. I think that's a pretty good reason to just.
Yeah, I did want to sort of minimise the amount of trouble we cause, but then...
Yeah.
Dimensional police, stop resisting!
There is
Okay,
that.
yeah,
I think
stab.
these seem like a police brutality sort of situation. To be honest, we did nothing wrong, and they started getting all uppity and attacking us. I don't know. I'm not down with this sort of law.
I'll take a stab at the one that Alex is sitting on.
All right. Okay, let's see. It's level 5, but it's being sat on, so it's level 4.
Hang on.
Actually, no, level 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty heavy, man.
Yeah. It is also rather strong, though, so it is definitely putting up a fight. Alright, so you stab at this thing, and actually your spear goes through one of the holes in its, in its side or whatever. It just doesn't seem to actually hit any vital component. Even though you're kind of thrusting around the middle, you just strike off some metal surfaces inside, and it doesn't seem to actually damage it per se. But it does go, ow, stop it! Alright, so that is your turn. Okay, redo initiative, please.
Okay.
I think I accidentally rolled twice. But just take the lower one.
Sorry, I should be rolling again, shouldn't I? My bad. Do I need to click myself again? I probably do.
Probably, yeah.
That's not a good roll.
Alright, everyone done, I think. Sort that shit. Alright, so Erasmus, disguised as one of the Omov Collective, it is your turn and your Phantom Assistant's turn.
Well, these are dimensional police, right? The robots.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm gonna use my cipher. It's called a phase changer, and I'm going to apply it to Omov.
Okay.
Because then he would be transgressing the mental police.
Interesting. So what does the phase changer do? Oh, phase changer, I see.
Yeah.
Ah.
That would be
interesting.
So you're basically putting weed into his pocket.
I love it. Alright, so it has a level, presumably?
It has a level 4. No. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce it to level 4, I think.
Yep, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so roll that as intellect.
Yeah. Let's just go here and hope.
Very nice. All right. So as you're dancing and flailing along with them, and they're so preoccupied by the events happening outside in the street that they don't really notice your presence, you slyly activate this device, angling it towards them, and they suddenly become rather alarmed as they realize that they are becoming somewhat see-through. And even as they try and like lean on the table, they basically just like fall through it, and they look up in sheepish alarm at the disabled bot out in the street, and they say, "What? No, this is set up. something like that. All right, so you have successfully done that. It is your turn. Next up, we have Zion Wisp is ready for another turn.
It's just a prank, bro. Alright, well, after that spear fail, I shake my head, put away my spear, take out my bow and arrow, and shoot the one that Marik's sitting on, point blank, in the head with an arrow.
All right, nice. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's just going to be level 3 again.
Yeah, this time I'm trained.
And it's speed for bow stuffs. Nice. All right. So you, where do you aim?
About. Let's see. Let's have a look at the picture again. Scroll. So it's the small one, right?
Yeah, that's right. Although it doesn't quite look. Well, I guess it has basically a similar layout to this. It's just much bigger and bulkier and unfolded, and has various like guns and lenses and stuff poking out.
Oh, in that case, I'll aim for the biggest lens I can see on its head.
Nice, nice. Okay, so yeah, you have this thing restrained, and you just aim the bow right at it and let all of the energy fly. It cracks into the kind of big lens, which is in its like its head basically, and that cracks, and it goes, "Oh shit! What did you do? I am blind." Yeah, so that is a successful attack from Zion. Next up, we have Minim.
Okay, so Talbot is still deactivated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Shortbot is now blind.
Yes.
I haven't got the foggiest idea exactly what's going on with Omov. So I guess I'll just hit the robot. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really have any non-lethal options.
Yeah.
So it's got like guns and things poking out, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, let's just try.
Actually, the tall one currently is not kind of deployed in the same way that Shortbot is.
Oh, I meant Shortbot.
Oh, okay, yeah. In that case, yes, very much so.
Yeah. So I guess it's just a matter of kind of hacking away at all of the bad bits, kind of giving this this Shortbot a nice safety pruning.
All right, nice. Okay, so let's see. That can be either speed or might. Difficulty 3.
Cool. Pop him over here. 3.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, let's say I'd say your minor effect is basically that you successfully disable most of the obvious weapons and stuff that are built into this thing, and you also do some damage to it. So very nice. You slash and bash at it, and various gears and stuff go tinkling away across the cobblestones. It is now Hyun's turn.
Right.
Robot's
So-
still trying. Yeah, well, the toolbot is still trying to reactivate. But it, let's say, you only just deactivated this thing, so it is more vulnerable to if you wanted to, tinker it or, maybe more permanently disable it or something like that.
Yeah, I think probably because it looks like they have the short bot pretty well handled. So just try to, just try to disable toolbots like permanently or
Yeah, for sure.
like for a longer time.
Okay, I presume you'd be doing this through like intellect means rather than
Yes.
straight up chopping it.
Actually,
So I think because it's like disabled and stuff, yeah, this is going to be difficulty 3.
cool and open effort and hope I roll one, which I didn't. Nice. Yeah, so I just sort of stick the wires in and then sort of like look around inside him with the wires.
Yeah,
Just sort of try to find the weak spots and stuff. Just disable them.
very nice.
A little bit gruesome.
Yeah. So
I mean, the robots.
gruesome, but you yep, okay, so you successfully managed to find the the equivalent of not just the power button but the power switch in the back of it. that actually physically stops it from restarting. So that thing is apparently out of action for the moment. And that is Hyun's turn. Let's see. All right, Shortbot at this stage, having been like stabbed and partly dismembered and also sat on by a giant snake, so it's kind of glowing with a red light, and the red light starts flashing, and it shouts out, "Alarm! Alarm! Overwhelming situation!" And let's see, it starts beeping, and but it also. You hear kind of pistons and servos whir within it as it gathers its strength to try and wrestle Varix off of itself. So it is going to make a... Yeah, I'd say this is... Varix, if you make a level 5 defense. Yeah, I'd say this would be might.
Level 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You want to wrestle me, brah? Yeah,
Nice.
you got nothing.
Yeah, so it unsuccessfully tries to wrestle its way out from underneath Varix's grip, but is unable to, and therefore suddenly a bunch of ports on the kind of on the sides of it open up, and a bunch of flares shoot upwards.
Not there.
But that is all that it otherwise does for its turn. Let's see. Yeah, Omar is at the bottom. That's fine. So that is Shortbot. And next up is Nai.
Thinking of maybe climbing up these walls to get a, good plunging attack.
Cool. Yep.
Maybe if I spend a turn climbing, that'll leave me with a very robust possibility later. Or
I'm actually going to say, since you're close by, you can basically use your move to climb, and then you can do the plunging strike after that.
Okay.
Because you have the kind of asset of all these tall walls and stuff that are nearby.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. As I'm climbing, I just want to say to the robot, you can give up any time you like. I'm sorry about this. Okay. But I take it doesn't.
All right. So as you climb up and smoothly transition into a leaping attack downwards at it, I'm guessing, Varix, that you move out of the way.
Yeah, I guess.
And just as Nai is plunging towards it, suddenly all of the lights on it turn green, and it holds up its arms and says, "Stop!"
I'm like, yeah, oh.
So you haven't actually rolled yet. So give me a can't remember if these count as speed or might, but either way, it's going to be difficulty.
Can I try to catch him?
You could, yes.
Sorry, what am I rolling for? Rolling to not splatter on the ground? Or...
Yeah, basically. Well, I assume. Well, do you want to indeed?
I don't. If it gives up, I don't want to hit it anymore.
Right. So I'm going to say it's a difficulty 4. Either might or speed, whichever is more appropriate, to manage that. And if you fail, then Varix can try and catch you.
Okay. I will use my might. Difficulty 4. Let's see. I suppose I've got... This would come under acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm specialised in that. I'm going to spend 1 effort. Wait a second, is that right? No, that can't be right.
That says 2
You
efforts.
put a bundle of effort into it. And you're specialised.
Yeah, specialized, yeah.
Oh, right.
So that brings it down to 0.
Technically speaking, I meant to put 1 effort in, and I think I just didn't click away from the box.
Alright.
But that's
Well,
alright.
No, you meant to do this.
Yeah, no, I allow you to have meant it.
Okay.
Alright, so basically, I don't know, I guess you're still secured to the wall or something as you're flying out. So just at the last moment, you reach down and activate the mainspring, and it drags you back enough that you just land on the street instead.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so the robot tries to push Varix off again. Oh wait, you already like got off, didn't you? In order to avoid Nice. So the bot, so the lights remain glowing green at first. It pushes itself back up onto its feet and looks into the shop and points at Omov and says, unauthorized dimensional breach detected, and starts advancing towards Omov.
I would be talking to it at this point and saying, this is all a huge misunderstanding.
Okay, so...
As I stand sort of retracting the wire from Talbot, like sort of
Yeah.
looking innocent.
Whistling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd be
do you
like, you can appreciate we've done all we can do to not harm you as much as possible. But you're a very fearsome robot, you know.
Yeah.
It says, let's see. Right,
Can
so
we
basically...
talk to the supervisor?
So, just 2 seconds. This guy. No, alright, yeah, let's see. Okay, so the way it reacts is it seems to accept your kind of conciliatory statement about, it seems to appreciate that you didn't just out and out destroy it too much, although it does glare at Zion and Minim. It says, damage sustained, superior echelon unit en route, and it moves towards into the shop basically, and it once again. Actually, wait, no. Okay, yeah, it is. It lifts up its head again, like it kind of unfolds like before, and it tries to scan Omov, but because its main lens is damaged, it is unable to do that, and it says. Basically, please verify, is subject ahead illegally phasing?
No.
Definitely not.
All right, so you basically try and cover for Omov then, and Omov pulls itself together and avoids any nearby physical objects that it might advertently phase through, and says, "Look, any trouble here? Nothing to do with me. Look, these rowdy rabble risers. They come in here. They try and demand things from me. They start a fight. Look, I'm a private citizen. I just want everyone out." And
Could I just say to Omov, are you sure that that's what happened?
Yes. Are you sure you're not phasing?
I'm sure. Are you phasing? I'm not sure.
it's
let's have a second look there.
Yeah.
They suddenly draw up and start to stammer and wave their hands around, and they say, these are my companions.
Yes, we are.
That's what I meant to say. Just joking around, and
That's so Omov.
I walk over to Amuf and put my, sizable arms around him and say, "Oh, you're such a joker."
He's phasing.
Oh, well,
Does Erasmus still look like Omov?
all right,
and then,
Prison, give me a speed roll difficulty. 4.
Oh, critical fail. Difficulty 4.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I'll put effort into this.
just because you were so enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oof! All right, you just at the last second, you realize what you're doing, and you mime
Exactly.
patting on the shoulders. One of them, who's across the way, kind of glares at you for a second, but at this point, Shortbot is somewhat tottering, and it seems a bit at a loss of what to do, and it actually moves over to Toolbot, and it says, 586, what is your condition? To which there is no response.
Quick, put on a
I'm
voice.
standing over here now. Like, slightly
I am
further away.
Can you
fine.
pretend to be him?
Do I see any of this happening, or would I have just kept on running and...
That's up to you. I mean, there's been enough time. If you want to have come down and like rejoined, on the ground floor, that's fine. Otherwise, you can say that you're still up in the upper balconies.
Faye never
what's
wants
in
to
the
come down.
balconies, really.
Well, basically. So as you've had a chance to get a closer look at these, just all the various items and stuff that are kind of around here. Long story short, these, even to your, as I recall, somewhat untrained eye for these things, you can pretty much tell that these are pretty important. Well, potentially quite important kind of Numenera. They don't seem so much in the sense of like. Normally when you're hunting for these things, you're hunting for stuff like tools and weapons and things. These don't quite seem to be that, but they seem to be various advanced devices and things, which are hooked up according to some complex scheme by Omov for their purposes, whatever they might be.
This must be where he is keeping his the things that work for his game, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
pretty much they're the same. There's similar types of objects and things, and these are the ones, along with the rest of them scattered around the room. These are the ones that they were kind of looking up during the course of the game.
Okay, if I look over the edge of the balcony, can I actually see outside, or is it kind of one of those indoor balconies, which just like a...
Yeah, I mean, it's like an indoor balcony, basically, or kind of walkway, but there are windows that you can see out of.
Okay, so I won't be so high up I wouldn't have been aware of this conversation. So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's say you can, you've been
Right.
hearing basically what's been going on.
I was wondering if I should just drop something on the short spot while he wasn't expecting it, but not if I know we're not fighting him now.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, seems like something he might do, you can basically just have a scavenge around and see if you can pick up anything interesting.
Yeah, I'll look for something interesting. I'm not going to detach anything from his fancy Numenera setup, but if there's just one that's not connected, I'll just slide it into my pocket and maybe look at it later.
All right.
And if it's something heavy that I can throw at Shortbot, if he does become uppity again, I'll get
all
ready
right.
with that.
So first of all, roll me a 1d6.
Rigging up a giant piano.
If there's a giant piano, okay, 1d6. 2.
2. Okay. In that case, you find a cipher.
What is
Actually,
that
no.
noise?
Sorry. 1 to 2. Actually, you find an oddity.
Ooh, even better.
So, I guess I'll roll 2, and you can choose which one you want.
Ooh. Yes. Oh god. Oh jeez. Can I have one to keep and the other to throw out the window?
Yes. Why not?
Oh, I have to have a little box of musicians. That's so awesome. For that metasphere. Oh jeez.
Horrified when it's close. Oh man.
I'm tempted to just throw it at him now, but
Wonder if the box is not see-through, you don't know them horrified?
well, I'm guessing when you start to close, you're like, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm keeping that.
All right,
I
you
don't
find
know.
this metal sphere. I'd say if you want to pick it up and carry it, I mean, 23 kilos is heavy.
Oh yeah, I'm not carrying that with me anyway, am I?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to you. I'd say I'd let you make a strength check to manage that.
I will purchase. It is going to be a roadrunner situation, isn't it? I'm just basically pushing out a giant heavy metal ball onto him. I'll perch the metal sphere on the windowsill.
All right.
And if he gets
Don't
like,
drop
really
it by
low,
accident.
I will drop it on him. If he seems like he's going to become
All right.
again.
All right. Well. Okay. So that happens. I guess we're not really an initiative anymore as such.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But so let's see. So Shortbot basically starts poking and prodding at Toolbot, and it just says in a level voice as it reaches inside to reactivate it, "Who did that?"
Hold on.
I
just
walk
one-
further away.
Maybe we should be somewhat honest at this point. It's like it was the, it was the safest way, the kindest way, the least
I
criminal
understand.
way.
It says it. Let's see. It kind of reactivates Toolbot, and they seem to communicate in a kind of computery language for a bit, and
Sorry,
then
I just missed that. Did he turn back on?
yes.
Okay. Cool.
So Toolbot has reactivated, and Shortbot has undeployed basically and gone back into its normal Shortbot form. So basically, they draw themselves up before you. Let's see. Omov at this point is after you've reassured the blinded Shortbot that that they're not phasing or whatever. As the robots are being reactivated, they basically they glare at anyone that they can see and just scrabble back up into the kind of upper balconies and stuff in order to remain out of sight for now. And in the meantime, the two robots seem to be paying that no mind, and they say, okay, can we scan you now without you freaking out?
Let's see. Is Amu still phasing?
Yes.
Yes.
But as I say, they have retreated out of sight.
Okay. So do we let them scan us?
I'm gonna say that Minim's going to try to take, because he sort of picked up on what was happening before. He's going to try to surreptitiously maybe fast step onto a roof or something, just somewhere out of the way, because these guys clearly aren't too interested in things that can phase, and that's kind of his deal.
Okay.
I don't think it's legal for you guys to scan us without probable cause.
They start reeling out these statutes and bylaws that allow them to do so.
Well, I tried.
Okay, Minem, if you're trying to sneak away undetected, give me a speed test difficulty 4.
Alright, that's 12, isn't it? So... Okay.
Nice. Okay, you handily slip away into the shadows, as is your wont.
Could we do something to their scanners quickly before they actually do this?
Sure, what are you wanting to do?
Well, I'm thinking Shortbot's scanners are probably, well, maybe they're bust. Maybe Tallbot. Huyon, maybe you have an easy access to it because you've been in there before.
Yeah. I'm guessing I would sort of know how to disable Tallbot being out. I've sort of looked around. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering, are you trying to, obscure or deactivate their scanners, or kind of what?
I mean, we have nothing to hide now, right?
Yeah, we don't. I don't.
Well,
I don't
technically,
I want to minimum out of the way.
we have been sort of transposed here.
Yeah, I guess.
That might be something they can scan for.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, unless you directly protest, they do indeed once again open up their scanny orb things, which glow with green light, and they scan over you, except Minim, obviously, who wasn't there. And let's say they don't seem to have noticed that Fayan is still up in the building as well. And I guess, Erasmus, do you have you kind of stolen away to remain unseen, or are you kind of joining the rest of the group?
I'm just gonna send the Phantom assistant out.
Well, that's a good idea.
Direct face.
Cool. All right. So they scan over everyone they can see. Erasmus, give me a intellect roll difficulty 4 to have it undetected that is in fact some kind of dimensional artifact or something.
Yeah, and I'm specialized in triggering deception.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
And, yeah, let's just pass it.
Wait, technically it's a success.
Right.
So,
Heavy
okay,
ball
so-
on standby.
Yeah, so what happens here is, let me think.
You should have just calculated it, man.
So, you, they scan all of you, including the Phantom Erasmus, and they seem satisfied that, well, yeah, I mean, they just kind of scan you basically, and they don't like react negatively to it, even though Erasmus is indeed being represented by Phantom. However, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So what they
Being a bit fast and loose with your int there. I don't know if you know your spending effort.
Nah, dude.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
almost out of. You're almost mentally depleted. But
no.
that's fine though. So so basically they scan you and they seem to process a bit amongst themselves, and then they basically say, can I remember? I can't remember the name of the city that you came from. But they say you were sent here as part of A, and they lift up their hands and air quote with their little metallic fingers, Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Gauntlet is illegal.
No. Oh, I thought you said something else.
They basically they say something along the lines of, whatever technology it is that like basically they've encountered this before. It seems like other groups have been sent to this city in order to, as part of this kind of gauntlet, and essentially they imply that they have some kind of business regulating how dimensions and portals and stuff are used in this city. They don't really go into detail of exactly why that is and why that's so important that has to be maintained here. But it seems this could be thought of as a hub of portal activity, basically. And the trouble is, whenever, like, they have no way of knowing when somebody's going to be sent here from that city using this, this rather illicit and potentially dangerous technique. Therefore, because it's like unexpected and powerful the way that they send them across, it basically causes disruption to the other portal technologies in the area, which it's implied are used as part of the infrastructure of the city and are generally important to it. So that is a bad thing that they do not want to happen. Let's see. Yeah, what they suggest, and they seem to calm down, so they're like saying this to you kind of calmly at this point, is they offer to, so they confirm to you that indeed you're not actually here as such, but you are being kind of projected into this space from elsewhere. What they suggest. Let's see. Actually, no, they don't really go into too much details. But what they say is that they have a way to resolve. We have a way to resolve this situation. If you come with us, we have technology that will aid you and enable you to return home.
Wait. Return home? That's not quite where we wanted to go, is it? Didn't we want to go to the next stage of this gauntlet?
We kind of do. I mean, well, we don't know what the actual, goal in this stage of the gauntlet is. Maybe it is to return back to there.
Well, shall we move back and say, what aid will you give us?
As you discuss this amongst yourselves, they, let's say Toolbot, tells around and says, understand we cannot allow an exit portal. They are even more damaging, they say, than entrance portals. And they say every time that a group of kind of gauntleteers has passed through this city, which seems to have, unfortunately for them, been set up as like one of the random stages, as it were, that you might get sent to. Every time that happens, they say there is severe disruption and even various untoward dimensional effects have occurred. So basically, whatever the city that you're sent from is doing as part of this gauntlet, the technology that they're using can be rather dangerous to the places that they use it in. So they explain that and continue ushering you towards their office as they describe it.
How big is this city? I mean, from what we've seen, I'm not going to ask them.
I don't know. It's like it's decently sized, kind of medium-sized. It's not. There don't seem to have been any areas that are massively built up into like huge skyscrapers or anything like that.
Okay.
It seems like a rather old city that has been kind of built up and up on itself, and it does seem, so far you've been here, I don't know, a couple of hours or something like that, and the overall peaceful and untroubled nature of it seems to be, you haven't really seen anything that contradicts that as such.
Oh. So it's a case of we leave now and abandon the insect people to their fate, or which is almost certainly death and destruction, or we cause a bit of trouble for these guys, and hopefully they'll get through it and we save the insect people. It's not an easy choice, but I don't think we should just let these guys tell us to leave. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a lot of insects. I mean, you can tell the guys, I mean, I don't know how you guys got in here in the first place, but we always tell them not to come to this place anymore, or not to use the gauntlet anymore.
it
Maybe?
is like we're trying to prevent a war, and that would be more damaging than, I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be more damaging than any disruption that the portal would cause. But at the same time, I don't really want to cause disruption if I can get away with it.
Well, apparently we have to cause some disruption if we want to use the exit portal, so unless we've got a portal expert, which Umov maybe.
Oh yes, so Umov is so they basically kind of retreated into their tower, and they do not seem in any.
Is this the same tower I climbed up into?
Yes, so I believe you
Okay.
and Thomas are still inside there. And let's see, basically they are kind of somewhat kind of cowering amid the upper balconies, inner walkways or whatever, of this inside the tower. And they're basically poking up their heads over the side of the wall and like waving their hands at you and like gesturing you like, out, get out, dickheads.
I'll whisper him, say, do you know any way to get to the exit portal without those two's help?
Why should I help you?
Because I can trade you this artifact from another world, and I'll show him. Oh, geez, what have I got that looks impressive? I'll show him the
A box of
5-foot
musicians?
length of string that hangs perfectly horizontal without being tied to anything. It seems quirky enough; it might get his interest.
You got anything better than that?
I will undo my. I'm assuming I'm wearing a jacket, and show him the shirt that displays all my muscles, bones, and internal of those wearing it. Look! This lets you sees your insides, makes your skin invisible.
Lame.
Okay.
Oh, look, guys like you must have something, something powerful on you.
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Powerful is it? Well, what sort of power are you interested in? Because I've got a few varieties of power.
Well, now we're talking. And they basically kind of shuffle away, around the, the ledge or whatever to draw closer to you. And, they seem amenable to striking some kind of a deal to continue whatever process they were doing before to potentially activate or get to some kind of portal. but they seem to want like something valuable in trade.
Right. Okay.
Like we're
I will-
talking like at least a powerful cipher or maybe even an artifact.
Right. Okay.
Could trade him his arms.
His arms.
Trade you your life.
I have. I don't know if I've got anything. I've got a deficiency detector. It lets you
I'm going to
find.
say like if you wanted to confer with the rest of the people outside in case they
Yeah.
might, they're willing to.
Well,
Or you could
I'll
you could
super
give him
least-
you give him a random drug and then
I was-
trade him the antidote.
I will have some special drug doses. Do I have anything that might give somebody, not necessarily give them sort of extra, ESP things, but make them think they have some sort of ESP? It's like, oh wow, I am a biotic god type of drug. What's that? Is that red sand or something? I know
Okay,
it's
yeah,
something,
this could be interesting. So I think what I'm going to have you do is basically do essentially an alchemy check.
Yep.
So I'd say this would be intellect, difficulty 4.
Ooh, I'm specialised in that intellect
Yes.
check.
By the way, we've lost Ox. Did he mention this? Did I miss this?
I know
No,
he went quite a while back. I thought he was on mute. Okay, I'm going to put 1 point of effort into this, and I'll mix up my best of the special ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone's rolling.
All right.
There
Bye,
we go.
Tom. We will catch you around.
Bye bye, Mr. Erasmus.
Okay, so you successfully managed to, well, maybe you quickly kind of combine a couple of things in under your clothing, or maybe you just already have something. Here's something I made earlier that applies to this. But either way, yes, you're able to make a special dose that will give him the impression of being a super powerful drug that gives him extra special powers and stuff.
Yeah, I'll just hand it to one of them and see the effects of. But I don't think it will work distributed. But I can always leave it as a promise if he wants, all of his minds to be.
Yeah. I'm going to say as well. So making this thing was one check. I think I'm going to make you make another check as well to convince him to actually take it.
Oh, okay.
Because he, let's say the one who walks up to you is kind of a bald guy, and he takes the little packet or vial or whatever that you give to him with some suspicion. And
Yeah.
he's like, what's this?
Ah, yes. This is a drink. This is a special potion that I bought from a seller who didn't want to sell it to me, but when he did, I learned how to make it, and it gave you all these really great mind powers. You have to
Alright.
see things that are really there.
All right.
What's really there.
He narrows his eyes and hands it back to you, and he says, you take it first.
I've only got one dose. I mean, I could make another one, but it'll take me a while.
Let's say you have enough for 2 doses.
Okay. Yes. Oh, in that case, yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, it'll be less for you later, but sure. I will split it into 2, then take 1 dose myself and then the other. Just drink
Okay.
it down.
And let's see. Okay, make me an. Okay, tell me what level you made this drug.
Oh God. I don't even have a clue. How would I determine that? Do I just pick a number?
I mean, basically on so this is going to both you and him are going to have to resist this.
Right. I wasn't expected to drink it myself, so I would have probably been made a fairly decent level thing to make you think you are some sort of biotic god.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'd
Okay,
say
I'm gonna
maybe a 5.
Yeah. All right. So give me you give me a 5 intellect,
Right.
and actually give me 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay. What skill will this come under?
Anything to do with like drugs and stuff? I presume you have something like that.
I don't know if alchemy would be applicable here.
I think alchemy. I think would count along with your general drug resistance and taking skills and stuff.
Okay. How much? I'm just trying to figure out how much edge I have. Sorry, how much it will cost me because I'm running low on intellect.
Yeah.
5.
So actually make the first one as trained or specialized, whatever you are.
Yep.
And so basically, you want to succeed the first one, and then the
Okay.
second one you're basically rolling for him,
Okay.
and you're not going to use any effort or whatever because you want him to fail his.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go nuts. I'll put my 2 points of effort in. Specialize. Let's see how it goes. Ooh.
Oh
that's-
snap! All right, so
Yep.
that's the drug's effect on you, and
Okay.
now roll again for him, but without any effort or training.
Okay. Let's see how that goes. That's just a roll,
So
isn't
just plain difficulty 5.
it?
What?
13. Eesh, just.
Yeah, so he. Let me think.
That's
Yeah, he
just a
needed to be to
fail.
15 and he didn't, so.
Yep.
Okay, so both of you are overcome by a sudden feeling of awakening of amazing, like, psychic powers in yourselves. And he's like, oh my god, wow, I just rephased myself back in at will. This is amazing. And he, like, jumps up onto a tabletop and he's like, oh my god, I can teleport. And the exact same feeling comes over you, Fayan, but even more so, you feel like you've suddenly, through serendipity, brewed up the ultimate drug, the one that you always hoped you might stumble across that would actually work, and everything that it made appear was actually real. You try and test it every way you can, but you're utterly convinced of this. Maybe
will.
because you already were somewhat carrying some load in your veins prior to attempting this. But yep, you are a god as far as you're concerned.
How far is it to the street?
Well, let's say one story, but a somewhat tall story.
Okay. So, I'll say to the guy, yeah, you help us. Plenty more of this, and I will teleport down to street level to demonstrate my new powers.
All right, so make me a speed roll, and this is going to be, I think, difficulty. Let's say difficulty 4,
Difficulty 4.
because you're not expecting to have to, land. You think you
Yeah,
can just
so that'll
teleport.
be no effort. I don't know if I have any skills that are appropriate.
This would be like anything to do with acrobatics or.
I can improvise. It costs me 2 intellect, but I've got 2 intellect edge. So I
Okay.
guess just improvise a landing if my teleport isn't quite working how I expect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So
no, I think
I'll-
that definitely applies.
So yeah, let's try this. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you
Yep.
just it doesn't even occur to you that it didn't work. You just land so well that you're like, bam, nailed it, teleport.
Yeah.
And right, so let's see. Okay, so that is all going on. Fayan has just like jumped out of the window and like perfectly landed next to you guys. Let's see what the robot's doing. Okay, so the robots are basically, since you were whispering and being furtive and stuff, they basically haven't noticed all that going on. In the meantime, Mr. Oh wait, Erasmus had to go. All right, so, so I think the robots will basically not have noticed most of this, and their offer still stands, or their question, I guess, still stands, for them to go and, in a way they haven't quite specified, allow you to go back home, or to do something else.
Hey guys, I'll try to whisper to you. Guys. Actually, no. I'll telepathically project my thoughts to those nearby.
Nice.
By actually just saying it. Guys, we totally have another way to get through this. We're okay. Don't worry, we don't need these 2 guys. We're fine.
All right, and how do you guys react to that?
That sounds like Fayan's got everything under control.
All right, so the
But you should not follow my lead.
the robots look a bit confused at this turn of events, and they look over you, and they scan you all again, and they pay particular attention to Fayan, but they are unable to detect anything out of the ordinary to him. So obviously his powers of subterfuge and deception are so great that he can actually hide his immense power from them.
Can fool their scanners even better. I'll tell Rob about that later.
They seem a bit confused, but they otherwise don't react. But if you move off, they will start following you.
So,
What do you think, guys? Do we make a break for it, or do we?
I mean, can we just disable them again? It's like,
I mean, one of them's like blind.
yeah.
But like, is the portal up already, or is it? Do we need to like buy some time?
Oh, actually, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
actually, Omov, the deal was that he would help you if you gave him superpowers, which you have, quote unquote, successfully done. So he presumably would be amenable to helping you out if you were able, but presumably you would have to ditch these two in order to do that.
that's all right. I'm sure we can find a place to lead them.
Can't we?
I'll
Dark alleys?
telepathically project a message up to Umarv saying, "We'll be back later, as part of our deal."
The robots look at you a bit strangely when you yell that out into the window, but they are otherwise nonplussed.
I'll guess to everyone, come on guys, let's go this way, away from the shop. And just start walking down the street, assuming they heard my subtle messages.
All right. Tipio is still watching this, all greatly amused, but doesn't seem inclined to intervene, and it just follows you along the ledge up here, basically, and observes what goes on. So, I mean, you're down in the in the kind of alleyways and stuff in the lower section of the city. There are various, turn-offs and alleyways and things like that that you could go down if you wanted to, or you could head somewhere else. Where exactly are you trying to take these guys?
I'm thinking just lead them away. I haven't really thought beyond that. Somewhere where we could lose them. The alleyway sounds pretty good, especially if one of them's blind.
Yeah.
I think we need to communicate this to the rest of the team so they just say, why the hell is Faye running off?
All
by
right.
himself?
So let me quickly draw.
Is everybody else okay with this plan? I mean, are you all okay just following Faye in whatever?
I mean, he seems to have his shit together.
Yeah.
It's good to me.
He's very confident.
Seems, yeah. We appreciate confidence in our leaders.
Exactly.
Oh God, Faye is the leader. That's not good.
All right. So let's say there's an alley here as well. Just leading off to the side next to the shop, if that is all that you're looking for.
Yeah, we'll just lead him into the secluded dark alley. And I'll say to Hoyon, telepathically, okay, be ready to do that a thing when I give the signal.
All right. So how about you go ahead and arrange your icons in the alley, and the robots will be following after you.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay, so what sort of damage has happened to this blind one, by the way?
It's been pretty bashed up. It, like most of its, the weapons that were exterior when it was deployed have been kind of, bashed off by Minim. It got stabbed in the head, and its main lens got cracked, but it seems to have various subsidiary ones, which you can maybe not look through quite as well.
Okay.
As well.
Does it seem to have any sort of? I imagine I wouldn't know to look for the off switch as well as.
No, but Hyeon will be aware that it has one, and presumably.
I had to reload.
Well,
That's okay.
I'll point to something. Say, hey, this looks like some sort of portal device. Hey, Shortbot, take a look at this. You should scan it. And I'll point to just something nondescript out there. And when he
During all
goes
this, I'm
to
bracing for a fight, and like popping claws and doing defense stuff, all those buffs that take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
very-
was it using like lasers or something earlier? Is that its deal? Because it had guns and stuff. It's not any of them.
It seemed to have both. Yeah, I mean, it shot a big laser blast at Varrix's butt. But apart from that, I didn't really have time to do too much else apart from dragon
Alright.
flares.
I'm also going to be energy protection from lasers then,
Oh, nice, very nice.
just in case.
Okay, so they do seem to have been somewhat battered, and they seem a little. They're kind of tottering a little bit up, I guess you might say. So basically, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to lure them into this semi-obvious ambush, what I'm going to do is have everyone roll, let's say, well, intellect, or I guess maybe speed if you want,
Oh, God.
with a difficulty 3. But before that, Fayan, if you could make the same roll.
Okay.
you
What
could
skill
potentially
is this?
give
Deception?
Yep, deception would absolutely apply.
Right. And you say it's intellect that we're using for this.
Yes, it's difficulty 3, and if you succeed well, then you will give a buff to everyone else.
I'm going to put 1 point of effort into it. That I can't put any more in. Okay.
Holy cow!
Wow. Okay.
All right, you're really giving yourself a mental workout here, but
Yep.
basically, you kind of con them basically, and you kind of play and grift them into coming into this alley and making it seem like everything is fine, even though everyone is somewhat gathering up around them. And let's see, everyone else also please make a difficulty 2 intellect roll, and if you have any kind of deception or anything, that will help. Well, actually, no, I'm going to say it's difficulty 3 still for Minim, because he has a inability at
Well, he's still
appearing
skulking.
non-threatening.
He's still skulking up above.
Yes, that is exactly the kind of thing that doesn't appear normal and friendly.
Oh, but I mean, they don't know he's up there. Is what I was assuming.
You never know with robots.
Okay.
Right. My plan is basically once I'm in a position to whack. Well, I'm mainly thinking wounded guy, but whichever really. I'm just going to give him a solid whack in a vulnerable-looking-ish spot with my chair leg of truth.
Yeah. Okay.
So I failed anyways.
Yeah.
I accidentally rolled that I was specialised in that, but the 16 would have done
Yeah,
the job
that's
anyway. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
that's fine.
Right.
All right. So, somewhat suspiciously, the robots advance into the alley, but maybe Varrix doesn't perhaps get the memo on, things
Yeah, I'm not
to
the
keep it a bit
subtlest
hush
guy.
hush, and he's actually standing in the way of Shortbot, and a little shuffling back and forth goes on. And I'm going to say that is still happening while Varrix makes his move. And what, are you just bashing him with the chair leg of truth?
Oh, me, you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, you said Varric, so I got confused.
That's right.
Yes. I have a special thing, Betrayal. It's up to you to decide whether or not he sees me as a threat. But if he doesn't believe I'm a threat and I attack him without provocation or warning, then I do an extra 4 points of damage. So I am looking to do kind of a one-hit.
Yeah,
Knocking
yeah. No,
down.
I mean, this absolutely applies to like dirty tricks and deception and stuff like that.
Excellent.
So he's, got his back turned to you, and he's already taken some damage. So what? It's a 4 weapon, isn't it? And then you're
Yeah.
adding 4.
Yeah, it's another 4.
Yeah, I'm going to
And,
say that's enough that you could successfully either like disable him or basically, destroy him probably. Like you can stab in a vulnerable spot or in a way that will kind of paralyze him type thing. It's up to you.
I will paralyze him just so we get him out of the way. We don't
Press
know
the
what will
button
happen
that
if
we
he's.
saw.
All right, cool.
I'll hit the button really hard.
Yeah. All right, I don't think you've actually rolled for this yet, so...
No, I don't know about the button. Oh,
yeah, so
I've actually attack. Okay.
yeah, so let's say difficulty 3.
Right. I'm guessing this one is currently in a disadvantaged state of some sort.
Yeah. So what I'm
Okay.
saying is, your
That's fine.
disadvantage type thing will definitely come into play.
Okay,
in the
cool.
roll, which is
I
doing
will
extra damage, I think.
not put any effort in though because I'm quite low.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. Boom.
Cool. Nice. All
Nice.
right, you successfully fuck him up. And sorry, just remind me, are you like how much damage are you wanting to do to this guy? Are you wanting to like
Enough to
destroy
disable
it? Or...
him. I'm not going to destroy
Yeah.
him, but I definitely don't want it to come back up again.
Yeah. All right, you jam it into what looks like some kind of battery or something like that, some kind of power conduit, with a wooden chair leg, so you don't electrocute yourself. And he goes slumping against the wall. At this stage, let's see. I'm going to say this is surprising enough to... actually, no. Shortbot is... Actually, no. Well, Shortbot is would be somewhat alerted to the fishiness of the situation, but because his sensors and stuff are down, I'm actually going to cancel that out. So you guys, I'm going to say you guys get the initiative, and you can take actions.
Okay.
All right. Would I
And-
not be participating in this round just because I've done a surprise action? Or
Yeah, let's say so. That was your kind of move, was taking out that one.
okay.
So the sensors are already down, right? Shortbot sensors are already down.
Most of them, yeah. Like certainly the main one. It seems like there may be various smaller ones as well that might still be active.
Sorry,
He's not like completely blind.
I thought Shortbot was the one I was attacking. Was it Tallbot I attacked?
You backstabbed Toolbot.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was a bit confused there. Don't even know who was attacking. Right.
So maybe I'll just punch him really hard in the rest of his sensors.
Okay.
Maybe we get Hoyan to just switch this dude off as well.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I'm standing like right in front of him.
Yeah. All right. So you do an extremely powerful punch right into his robot face. I'm going to say that is because you have surprise. That's going to be difficult to do as well, and because he's like undeployed. So you try and knock his block off.
All right. How does this work with the with edge to increase damage? I never quite got that part.
Oh, so basically you do it as a physical roll, or you can manually take the edge cost out of might. But you're spending edge out of your might pool in order to increase damage if you want to do it that way.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to increase my damage, I guess, to hit him really hard.
Yeah.
Just spend one might, so basically, yeah, one edge.
Yep. Cool. Cool. All right. I think that should work, but let's see if it actually does.
So how do I do that?
Oh, thing. It's like there's the left and the right in effort. I think. Can you put into I believe the right one?
Okay.
Let's see. Did you put the difficulty in? I wonder what it's doing there.
Difficulty 3, I think it was.
The red dice or the green one, because the red one's the left one.
Oh, right. Okay, so I clicked the wrong button. The other left. Alright, and I didn't put the effort here in. Alright, never mind. I'm dumb. Alright.
Did you click out the box first? Because that can...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Here we go.
Right.
Nice. Cool. Okay, so let's see. All right. Well, yeah. Basically, you successfully punched the surprised robot in the face, and remind me what your base damage is for melee.
So I'm using my snake head, I suppose. No, the tail.
The tail. Yep.
Yeah. And so the bashing one. So that's a 4.
Yep. And then you're increasing your damage as well, and I think that with effort, and that does it by 2. So you're doing 6 damage to him.
Yeah, and maybe wrap, the arm around him so to grapple him, right? I can do that.
Yeah. Actually, doing a grapple as well. You roll the same attack again.
Okay. Alright, cool. Let's do that. There we go.
Nice. Okay, so you successfully grapple him, and basically, well, he's effectively stunned and grappled. He wasn't expecting you to suddenly attack him with such lightning snake-like speed, so you get the drop on him. So he's not quite down for the count yet, but he is at a severe disadvantage. Like, I'm not really going to do full initiative order, but Minim or Nai or Voporau could attack this guy as well.
Okay.
Alright, well, everyone seems pretty committed to
Yeah.
destroying these poor innocent robots.
Well, not
So,
destroy. I'm committed to knocking them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minim doesn't know this though, so he's just going to lunge down and go to town on it.
All right. Cool. So let's see. It's at a severe disadvantage. I think this is only going to be difficulty 2 to attack this one.
8. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see.
What could go wrong?
Possibly go.
What could go wrong? I can't really think of anything.
Could
I think
just
it's
take the damage.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just going to be straightforward in this case. You leap down on it, you basically miss, and uncharacteristically for you. In fact, maybe it's like you think you kind of make the movements as if you're fast stepping and you just have to step, but actually you forget that you're basically just jumping. And so you land rather awkwardly and kind of sprain your ankle a bit and take 2 damage.
Hit my face.
Yeah, exactly. In addition to failing the attack. Okay, so we still got Nai and Shion who could do something.
I guess I'll go in for a smack.
Yep. So again, this would be difficulty 2 attack.
Right, I'm going to use my unarmed attack this time, just to... And again, I'm going to be saying sorry about this, but this is to prevent war, okay? We don't have a choice. And as long as I'm not going to hit Varix, I'd like to just do like a running drop kick and try and sort of kick him against the wall.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Okay. So again, this is stay level 2, and I guess that would be might.
Got to 2.
I sort of hold him up for you.
Right.
Set him up.
Off the
and
top
down.
rope. Yeah, I'll put in an effort. No, I'll not put in an effort. I'll give myself a chance to feel. Oh no! Why did I do that?
Okay, so what happens is Minim is jumping down off the thing in order to try and do a plunging attack on this. At the same time, Nai is running towards him to do a flying kick, and Nai's flying kick hits Minim. And you both go crumpling off to the side, and Nai, you also take 2 damage.
Honestly, I come up with this foolproof plan.
You two are the worst.
You both end up collapsed in a heap together. Okay,
I take
so
2 points of embarrassment damage.
Hyoyeon, I really hope you can just walk up
Yeah.
and push the off button on this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So it's, in fact,
Sorry.
yeah, it's difficulty 2, and you're going to be presumably specialized in this, so actually I think you can just do this.
Yeah, unless I roll a 1 as well.
Well, you don't have to roll if you don't want to.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to roll actually. This is going badly, so yeah.
You
Just-
walk up and you push the off switch.
Yeah.
You have to
Everyone
step,
else lying around.
you have to step over the crumpled pile of Nai and Minim.
Yeah.
Shake your head sadly.
Okay, so between you have managed to successfully bushwhack these robots and deactivate them.
Hooray.
So hooray for you.
Can we hide the evidence when anyone has a chance to see it? I'm assuming is there some sort of
Yeah,
thing to
you
check
can
what was
Them
in the
at the
alley?
back of the alley.
Yeah, you can stuff
Yeah.
them into a dumpster.
There we go. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Alright. Okay, so with that, I presume that you're going to go back into Omov's shop.
Yeah, I'm tempted to teleport up, but I can't exactly see where he is, and if we both end up in the same body, it'd get all confusing because I don't want that many arms.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the stairs for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so presumably, oops, Daisy. In fact, okay, what actually happens at this point is Omov, they emerge from around the corner of the alley, and what they're doing is they're once again like together, and I guess maybe they kind of have their arms across each other's shoulders, but they're basically tiptoeing, and the ones on the outside have their kind of arms like outstretched, and they seem to think that they are floating in a regal fashion along the floor.
Is it actually affecting all of them then?
Yeah, let's
Nice.
say that it
Okay.
is. And they say, it is time. They're all, unlike their like grumbly, shouty, I guess somewhat misanthropic tone of voice that they had before, they're now talking in a very like smooth, enlightened kind of tone of voice, and they say, it is time, my friends. You who have brought me to the peak of my power, the least I can do is display a small fragment of it to do what you wish.
I look at them and go, "Whoa! How are you doing that?"
One day you will understand. And actually, they're carrying under their arms a couple of these. Like a couple of feet long, kind of cactus-looking things, but they're kind of waving and like alive or whatever. Somewhat tentacular in nature, and they basically bring those, and just in this. Well, actually, no. They look around this, not filthy, but somewhat disrepaired alley, and they say, "No, we must have a appropriate setting for this ritual." And they wave their arms around the alley, and then they continue. Then they
That's amazing.
set up the two of these things that they're carrying like this, and they say, "My friends, I've seen many things about your fate going on this journey. You will face many great wonders. You will see a huge fish fall from the sky. You will see a bridge of rainbow gold that reaches nowhere, and you will see a great pit full of treasures that live." And they do they kind of wave their arms around in unison. And,
Well, I am seeing the greatest wonder right now.
and nothing happens. But then something actually does happen. It appears, at least this portal thing is an ability that they actually do have. And a simple grey rectangle opens up in the nondescript alley wall in between these two pillory things. And they say, "Go, my friends, and fear not. No harm will come to you, for I am imbuing you with all of my power."
I will
Thanks.
step through the portal. First, I'll give him one of the other doses for my supply and just say, "For later, don't use it until you need to." And I'll step through.
I foresee the need will be great very soon. And with that, actually, let's see. He says, I've bought for you and created and activated many powerful weapons that were waiting unbeknownst in my collection." And
boy.
she hands you various pieces of junk. Or they hand you various pieces of apparent junk, or at least like basically just randomly chosen items, which may or may not turn out to be useful, and therefore, let's see. Okay, let's do it this way.
Mm.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Jeez, I don't know which one they want more.
All right, so I would like you to.
Ooh, tendrils.
Okay, each of you roll a 1d6. Anyone who gets a 5 or a 6 gets to roll to get one of these items. Everyone else is out of luck.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Ah, nice. So 1, 2.
I only roll ones when somebody else
Aw.
dies.
Oh
I'll
well.
take the Bayan.
I did steal something.
Actually,
Earlier, so I'm okay.
everyone gets something that seems like it might be important, but some of them turn out not to be and some not. Okay, so, right, Varix, you can choose a artifact. Takuna and Hyon, you can choose a cipher.
Wait, okay, do I know what they do? Can I look them up beforehand, or?
No. In this case, you
Okay.
just have to choose them by names.
Let's see, what do they...
Oh, and who rolled it to Fayan, you get an oddity.
Yay!
Alright, I'll take the weapon graft.
Cool.
I'll take the neuron disruptor. Neuron disruptor.
Does Nye get an oddity as well, or does Nye get a cipher?
No, I don't think I get any.
What did you roll? A 4.
That's alright.
Yeah. No, you can take one of the oddities if you want it.
Okay. Let's see.
I would like the rod that projects a 2-dimensional image of an unknown creature.
Cool.
I don't even know what scarificator means, so I think I'll take that.
Maybe it's like a future version of how you do scarification.
Well,
It's like,
great then.
yeah, I'm sure there's somebody who find it useful.
I'm not sure the Minim can scar with his weird porcelain skin,
Oh, good point.
but I guess we'll find
find
out sometime.
Well, you probably don't have to use it on yourself.
I'm going to use the rejuvenator on myself now, so that I have space for it.
Cool. Yep.
It's
Can I look it up after I've got it? Which else in it?
Yeah. Well, has everyone chosen their stuff?
I've chosen.
Yeah, I'm going to take that cube.
It's a cool cube.
All right. Yeah. Okay. At this point, you can look up the things that you have.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to roll a D100 to see what pool I'd restore points to.
Oh, yep.
Apparently to speed. That's handy.
Oh my god. You have to get any to roll for this.
What did you pick up?
It's gonna be fuck. Oh god. Oh guys, I don't even know.
What did you pick up?
The neuron disruptor. So, okay, I'm gonna read it out to you. So, a metallic cylinder with several buttons and dials. When activated, the device releases a pulse that travels out a 2-kilometer radius. All living things in the area could level it lower than the cipher, which is lower than 8, to become catatonic for 28 hours.
What?
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
I mean, I can't use it without us becoming catatonic.
Well, if we get some sort of shield thing as well, maybe. That'll...
Yeah, maybe.
Jeez.
Level 8 as well, so...
Oh, wait,
I don't know
actually,
I mean,
I
like,
don't
no
know
way
what-
I could roll with 5 was the lowest I could roll.
tiers don't match up with levels, so I don't know how that would work for us.
Oh, I suppose maybe it would be a difficulty of that level. It'd be a level
Yeah.
8 difficulty roll.
yeah. Yeah, level 8 difficulty, it's only a 24, I'm sure we could roll that.
And
God.
scarificator.
Cool.
Risk-
So while you're doing all this, all of the cameras and stuff that had kind of disguised themselves as various things, in the relative safety of the alley, they revert back to their previous forms. There is more great cheering and stuff from the crowd, and that is basically the end of the episode. As
Could
you will
I do
next be passing through the
One
But yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
What about the cat? Oh,
Oh, Tipio.
That's true.
the...
You don't see Tipio.
Oh.
Um, could I use my oddity right away?
Yeah, sure.
I assume there was some sort of on-off switch, wasn't there, for these guys? Like a button you press?
Sorry,
To
which
restart them?
which one is this?
The bots.
Which box?
I
Short bots.
just kind of just hit tall bots, so yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can. You
I've
can
got
just
it.
activate it.
I've got a little cube that, when you press the button on the top of it, disappears for a minute, and then it reappears in the same place. So if I hold that cube over the on-off switch, hit the button, and then it'll bring it back in a minute when we're gone.
Okay, interesting.
Sure, you want to do that? I mean,
seems like the
I'm
kind
sure
thing to do.
It might just follow us.
Oh yeah, they're dimensional police. Okay, sorry, I
the-
won't do that.
We'll find out.
Aren't they police of people who are trying to use dimensions? As
I
opposed
thought
to
they were
fake
only policing
travelling
this city.
dimensions? Yeah.
No, it's a risk.
They did seem to be like the city seems to be their jurisdiction.
Right. Okay, tell you what. Let's be as nice as possible. I'm going to be as nice as possible. I'm doing that.
All right.
And could
The
just
rod that project stuff is actually like just a graffiti thing. Paint random stuff everywhere.
do you tag the alley before you leave?
Barracks was here.
All right.
and could I be the last one through the portal?
Yep, sure.
And just as I'm stepping through, I say to Umuv, in my village, my homeland, we have a name for beings as powerful as you. We call them total prats. And I go through the portal.
As you go through the portal, you hear them like mouthing to each other, like, total prats. Total prats. And also, right before, maybe even the rest of you have already stepped through the portal or whatever, you have a lingering view back through it, and you see Tipio walk in front of the portal, sit down on its haunches, lick its forepaw, and then just before the portal disappears, Tipio basically, I don't know, kind of warps like out of place, as it were. Like it just kind of glitches and disappears as it is smiling.
I'm sure that's perfectly fine.
I'm sure that's how they normally work.
That
Cats.
is how cats work.
Cool. Nice. I enjoyed that session. It was fun exploring that little city and seeing what it got up to.
Okay, stop the stream.
Thank you
I have
very
to find out how